Hello everybody, welcome back. Here we are, round 3. Again with these weird hands. There's so many of them. I'm going to keep this. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. I've played against our opponent before, but it was a long time ago, at least the last time I remembered, so trying to think back. Show and tell deck. This isn't terrible against a show and tell deck. It could be a bit better, but it's not the worst. So we're going to fetch, drop that, getting rid of the Savannah, fetch out the basic Swamp, and then Zenith. So we'll be pretty much out of gas from the go, and reactive after that. But I mean, if this is what I'm thinking, then maybe, just maybe, it could go down. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this until our opponent gets here. See, I just start up a game of solitaire and my opponent comes, and it's just like, it takes about a minute to beat the game, so why can't you just wait that little bit of time? We are going to get rid of the Bayou. Oh god, now I'm not connected. One moment. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Oh god, we're moving slow. Make my other computer turn off of this. Oh, baby, one moment. Alright, we're back. Dinosaur story and all. I am going to fetch out the basic Swamp. Because I was going to do that. Okay, and our opponent's probably like, why are they doing this weird stuff? No, not to make them sound like that. Probably a really good guy. Ah! Alright. So, if I remember correctly, he was a show and tell deck, which means that is accurate still. I'm going to go ahead and get the Arbor with this. That'll allow me to at least swing in for 2. If he does play like a show and tell... Oh, no. Jund is the only thing I can think of that plays that color combination. Well, not even that color combination. Thoughtseize, you get that one. Yay, we get to 3 him next turn. Alright. Go get the Arbor. See all of the terribleness. He might just be a combo deck. That would suck. I don't really like that thought. That thought is bad. He had seen our Caracas, so if he does go show and tell, that will definitely be what we put down. He could still be a show and tell deck. Stop thinking that. You like how I waited to give you the time to actually think that, hey, look, I might be crazy? I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested. Aha. Yeah, blackface, but it's still enjoyable to watch. Every time that I see something really stupid happen, I just laugh at it. It's like watching Twilight. I have to admit to you guys, Twilight is one of my favorite comedies ever. That's right, comedy. The series itself is absolutely terrible. Yeah, he's a combo deck. And in whole, like, it is one of the worst things I've ever seen when you try and give it substance. But when you look at it and all you're trying to do is just look at it and laugh, it gets so much better. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go get the Jit. That'll give me some life. At least make this a little bit more difficult for him. And we'll hook it up to this thing. We can move it next turn. We've got tons of mana, so it doesn't really matter. It's 1 damage either way, 1 as opposed to 2, but this is extra storm count that he's got to get now, and less life that he gets to play with it. Unfortunately, Doomsday is completely live right now, so yeah, if that's what he is, it could be Ant or Tess. I'm going to go with Ant. I was gonna say, all of a sudden we see him like fetch out or entomb Gristlebrand and just go to town. It's like tin fins. What? No, I highly doubt that he's that. But possibilities do exist. We'll see what he's doing. Yeah, tin fins has been the new deck of the week. It's Count Chocula's upgrade from the looks of it. I really don't see much of a difference between them, but that's just me. I've been told that I'm insane. Come on. This waiting thing is getting weird. But yeah, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? I actually don't remember. That's terrible. It was like 2 seconds ago. Used to have a steel trap. Oh yeah, Big Bang Theory. It's or Twilight. So if you think about Twilight 1, okay, and for those of you, okay, so it is 10 fins. For those of you who have ever seen or thought about seeing a Twilight movie, let me save you the the punishment that you're trying to do to yourself right now. The movies are terrible. 100% absolutely that is weird. Why would oh yeah, da da. But we can take this first hit. Not only can I take it, I can keep my shaman. Do you have the other part to it? Cabal Therapy. Okay, so you called Gristlebrand and you're targeting yourself, right? Yeah, he's targeting himself. Could have just done that instead of looking way over here off screen. So the first one is all about emotional and psychological abuse. You've got a girl who doesn't fit in, who is constantly being stared at by some dude, and the dude is kind of creepy. Okay, that's 22. Let me not play around. Yeah, we know what we're up against now. The dude is kind of creepy, and by kind of creepy, I mean super creepy. Um, and her whole thing is that she's claiming that she's in love with him after seeing him. And I know that's supposed to be romantic and all, but think of it this way. What exactly are they doing in there? Like, what are they saying? How are they reacting? Like, there's a scene, and this is my favorite part of the movie, by the way. This is the part where everybody's like, oh, well, you shouldn't judge it based on this. Here's what I'm judging it on. There's a scene in the movie that is literally, she wakes up in the middle of the night in a panic. And she's had this nightmare, and she looks over, and he's staring at her. Staring at her in her room. They don't know each other yet, but he's staring at her. And she kind of freaks out for a moment. It's like, oh my god, how long have you been watching me? Only for the last couple months. And she bites her finger like it's supposed to be a seductive turn on. Like, wait. You're teaching our children that stalking is a sexy thing? Like, no. There's a difference between, like, being nervous to talk to a girl, wanting to talk to her, and, like, following her a little bit, like, around the playground for, like, a day, trying to think of how you're going to make your point, and you're not even really doing it. You're just kind of doing it. Yes, I'd like to play first. And legitimately stalking, which is what he's doing to her. No, we're going to keep this. Um, he's legitimately stalking her, and it's terrible. Like, he's been in her room while she sleeps for like 3 months. Because he didn't say the last 2 months, the last couple months. Like, this has been going on a while. You got here, I've been in your room. Hope you can deal with it. Alright, so he's down to 5, by the way. But this is why it's comedy, because, like, that's supposed to be sexy, and I'm sorry, like, my girls, we were talking about this earlier, and, like, or when I left work last night, and the guy was like, you know, I hope that my daughters will be really healthy and everything else. And I told him, I was like, I hope my daughters make a living by bashing people's heads in. I want little soldier daughters that are like, everybody's like, your kids are crazy. And you're like, yeah, crazy like a fox. Why did I bring Teague in? Oh, tendrils, yeah. Let's go ahead and get some of this stuff. I don't have to be worried about that. I didn't even realize I've been talking so much. You guys should tell me to shut up every now and then. You're gonna be pointless. I'll take start damaging him. Alright. And I'm just going to F4. So you've got that one. The second one is all about physical abuse. And I mean physical abuse in not the sense of like anybody just like beat the crap out of her because they got mad. It's not like What's Love Got to Do with It, Eat the Cake anime assault. It's she's trying to see other people and hang out with other people and have a life outside of the werewolf dude. And the first time that they go to the movie and his animal instincts are kicking in, oh yeah, I went there. What happens? What happens? The very first time that they do that and they start going through all that, I would really prefer if you did not thought seize me. Massacre. Wow. Deal. We got a massacre out of that. I'm going to waste him. And now we'll play the Teague. He can figure this out on his own. So you've got this situation where that's what's happening. Wow, still more black sources. Not bad. I mean, I can't really be too mad at black sources. Let's go ahead and smash in for a moment. But he gets super mad at her, grabs her arm, and it's like she even says, "You're hurting me." And he still holds on, like, and she's still hanging out with this dude. And you're wondering, like, okay, this guy is literally like, you know he's into you. If you don't, you're dumb. Like, beyond belief dumb. And if you do, congratulations, you're okaying his abuse. Oh, man, he's got a lot of stuff over there. Let's just go ahead and fetch out. Good mulligan to 5, dear Lord. Well, we got another land. Let's go ahead and drop this dude. Whoop. Whoop. And now we can get in for 3. So another massacre pretty much shuts us down, by the way. But I don't think he's got more than one of them. At least I'm hoping he doesn't. Well, take that back. Massacre costs 4. I'll stop thinking about Massacre. I'll also stop tinkering with the side of my screen. Whoop. Whoop. All of it! He's probably just looking like, how many hate bears can you have? It's like, I can have more. Oh, and a wasteland would have been awesome there. So yeah, that's why I think Twilight is amazingly funny. Yeah, you like that pause? I like that pause. Do these do anything? Yeah, they stop Gristlebrand. Why aren't those in? These 2 are going to be pointless. Boom, submit. Because everything on his side is going to be dead or killing itself, so I can't actually count on that. The third one is really awkward. There's a lot of abuse talked about in that, and there's a lot of different funny things on there. And I've been saying this, like the way I've actually ended up watching Twilight was I was up one night. This hand doesn't do anything but destroy one of his lands, and that may not be fast enough, but it may be fast enough. Okay, so he's going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and wasteland. Change of heart. I'm going to get rid of the bog since I've got it in hand, and go ahead and fetch. Going to get the scrubland. Let's start this off the right way. Ugh. Yeah, brainstorm away, my friend. I'm going to wasteland you next turn. That was a really good draw. I have not seen the last couple of Twilights, though. The way I ended up watching them was I couldn't fall asleep one night, and it got to be about 3:30 in the morning, and I finally said, forget it. Maybe if I watch a terrible movie, I'll fall asleep. And I picked Twilight. Turns out that was not the correct choice. Mox Diamond. Yep. What you got? There's a Gristlebrand. I have a diamond of my own. I can do math as well, by the way. See that? Bang. Hope you got it in you, buddy. So we're going to be drawing extra cards. He is out of gas. Let's just go ahead and pop that down. I'm not going to play this. Yes, I am. What am I saying? I'm a liar. I'm a dirty, filthy, rotten liar. And you guys can be mad at me all you want. I'm playing him because I want the cards, and I think that I'll be able to 6 him faster than these will kill me. Yeah. And if we just... Oh, that means that Massacre could be live. But he would have used it. Yay! That one's gone. Look at that. That's what we call gas, people. Down to 0. I'm okay. Even if you do something, I'm okay. I don't know what this means. I'm going to pull this out for a moment. NMBN. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Somebody want to explain that one to me? I know he's upset. It's kind of a whatever. Things happen. I mean, what was that round against Canadian Thresh, after I wasted him out and drew like 4 or 5 lands off the top, even with fetches? Like, no, I'm not buying that. Probability hits everybody, and it sucks. And the best thing about it is, there's no way to avoid it. We all get hit with it. Crap happens. Deal with it. You lose to people, you win to people. Sometimes things are good, sometimes they're bad. So, yeah, if somebody wants to explain what that means, but it doesn't go well. Like, that just comes off wrong. Anyway, also I'm remembering in my head hearing with that pile, and all I can think of is that pile of POS is a very common term. I'm not going to use a bad word at the end of it, though. Yeah. So, yeah. Twilight, X-Men, X-Men, X-Men. By the way, have fun. I'll see you again next round. I'm going to go grab something to eat. I haven't eaten again today, and I also haven't slept very much. So, yeah. Bye-bye.